There are a lot of smartphone processors options in the market right now, so it kind of can get pretty confusing that your brains might actually blow up. So tension not, let me fix you. Let me recommend you the right or the perfect smartphone processor under every budget. That will be more than enough for pretty much everyone out there. First, if your budget is around 8,000 rupees, then I think you should consider the MediaTek Helio G85 or even the G88. Obviously, these are not 5G processors, but for the price, these are decent processors. Or you can wait for the Snapdragon 4S Gen 2, which might be used in the Poco or Redmi phones in the future and might cost around 8 to 9,000 rupees, which would be a better processor as compared to these, and that would also be a 5G one. If you go around 10,000 rupees, then you can get the MediaTek Dimensity 6100 Plus, which is good for phones costing around 10 to 12,000 rupees, which is a 5G processor. Or you can also get the Snapdragon 6S Gen 3, which is basically the Snapdragon 695. And even though the options of phones using this processor is limited now, but I think in the future a lot more phones might join in. But the Snapdragon 695 or 6S Gen 3 is good for phones under 10 to 12,000 rupees at best. Around 12,000 rupees, you can also get the Dimensity 6300, which is a good processor and would be good enough for day-to-day tasks and even light gaming. But don't get any phones using an Unisoc processor, as those lack stability. So just avoid any phones using Unisoc processors which are found around this price. Under 50,000 rupees, I would recommend you the Dimensity 7050, which is a very good 5G processor for the price. And a lot of phones are coming with this processor under 50,000 rupees. Yet I won't recommend this as a gaming processor, but still can give you a decent gaming performance for the price. You can also get the Snapdragon 6 Gen 1 for the price, which even though sounds less powerful as compared to the 6S Gen 3, but is actually better than that. And as I said, this is also a decent gaming capable CPU for the price. Above 15,000 rupees to 18,000 rupees, you can get the Dimensity 7300, which is actually a really good processor for the price. Yes, even for gaming, especially under 18,000 rupees. Or you can also get the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2, which for me is a good processor for the price. Both of them are capable processors under 18,000 rupees currently. At around 20,000 rupees, you can get the Dimensity 7200, which is actually better than the Dimensity 7300. Stupid naming schemes. But anyways, if you needed the best gaming processor under 20,000 rupees, this is it. It will give you all the performance you need for the price, and also you can get the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 again for this price also for around 20 to 22,000 rupees price range, which is a good one, but obviously the 7200 is a much better processor than that. Under 25,000 rupees, you can still get the Dimensity 7200 with different names such as the Dimensity 7200 Ultra, which is still a good processor for the price, but you can also get the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3, which I think is a little better and more stable processor as compared to the Dimensity 7200, but you can choose either of them as both of them performs actually really good for the price. You can also get the Dimensity 8300 Ultra, but basically on the Poco X6 Pro only. That costs around 21 to 22,000 rupees, but I would say to get that if only gaming is your highest priority. Around 25 to 30,000 rupees, you get the Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3, and at 30,000 rupees, don't look anywhere else, as this is the best processor as of now for this price. And yeah, be it gaming or good heat management, this processor has got you covered. You can also find the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 in the Poco F6, but that's just one phone only. But if you want the best gaming, then you can go for that. At under 40,000 rupees, I will recommend you either the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3, as both of these are bang for buck processors for this price range. Yes, you do get the Dimensity 9200, which is a very good processor, but MediaTek hasn't had a good reputation in the premium category due to stability issues as compared to the Snapdragon processors. So you can get that, but my best picks will be the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. And among these, yes, the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 will be a little better as compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, but both of them are really good for the price and almost performs the same in almost all of the tasks. Around 50 to 60,000 rupees and above, you basically get either the Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 or much better Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Now you get very few phones with Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 under 50,000 rupees currently, or even under 60,000 rupees, but I think in a few days time when the Snapdragon 8 Elite or Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 will be available in the market, the pricing of the phones that are using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 will come down. But yes, around 50 to 60,000 rupees, this is the best you can get from Android side. But you also get the A15 or the A16 Bionic chipset from Apple on iPhone 14 or iPhone 15. So if you want something else from Android or want the best gaming phones for this price, then you should go with these processors. And from under or above 1 lakh rupees, you basically get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy on the S24 Ultra only, or you can go with the A17 Pro found in iPhone 15 Pro series or the A18 or A18 Pro in the iPhone 16 lineup. So this was my best processor picks from all of the budget, but one thing to notice that processors aren't everything on a smartphone. Yes, these are best processors for each price category, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the phones using these processors are the best options from the price. But yes, having the best processor in a phone in any price category will help your phone sustain a longer life. So yeah, this was the best processors for you, and this is the ranking of the best Android device in the market. So do give it a watch, and till the next one, this was Rideep. See you guys.